The midshipmen from the United States Naval Academy, third-ranked nationally, drop anchor at Durham, North Carolina, to battle the upset-minded Duke Blue Devils. The unbeaten Middies have torpedoed 7 opponents, while Duke has compiled 5 victories to remain on top in the tough Atlantic Coast Conference. Navy, looking for a postseason bowl bid, will rely heavily on its great running threat, number 27, Joe Bellino. Bellino, the nation's second leading scorer with 13 touchdowns, is a cinch to earn All-America recognition. The fleet turns its big guns on Duke in the first period as quarterback Harry Dietz connects with a long aerial to Joe Bellino. Only a desperation tackle by Duke's Mark Leggett prevents Navy's Mr. Outside from going all the way for the score. It's Bellino again taking the handoff and finding running room on the right side. Bellino bursts for 14 yards to the Duke 9. But Duke holds and the Sailors settle for a 4th down field goal. Greg Mathers angles the ball over the crossbar for the first score of the game. At the end of one period, the men from Annapolis lead Duke 3-0. Al Spooner calls the signals for the Middies in the second quarter. Spooner spots John Pritchard for a down-and-out pass to the Duke 43. Spooner, hunting for a target, can't find an open receiver. Al hangs onto the ball and sprints to a first down on the Duke 31. The all-revealing eye of our slow-motion camera catches the graceful movements of quarterback Hal Spooner, hooking up with Joe Bellino in the left flat. Bellino traveled 17 yards before the Dukes can stop him, and the Navy is threatening to hurl a broadside at the Duke defenses. But after failing in their forward progress, the Middies fake a 4th down field goal attempt that ends up a total loss as Duke diagnoses the play correctly and dumps Bellino behind the line of scrimmage. Duke takes charge, but not for long, as Bob Garda cracks over right guard, fumbles, and the ball goes right back to Navy deep in Duke territory. Bellino recovers for Navy on the 23. Spooner, having a good day on the firing line, hits Al Hughes with a sideline pass. Good for 9 yards. Spooner fakes to his left, then turns and drops a bomb into the arms of Greg Mather, who steps into the end zone for a Middie touchdown. The conversion is good, and at intermission, Navy is rolling along as expected, 10-0. But the Blue Devils aren't dismayed. After recovering a fumble in the third stanza, Dean Wright scrambles into Navy waters on an 8-yard run. Dave Birch, a stocky North Carolinian who spends his summers running up and down mountains, breaks loose on a 36-yard scamper before a shoestring tackle sends him sprawling. The ball rests on the Navy 5 as a gleeful Blue Devil rests on the goalpost. Duke sends Birch spinning over for the touchdown and adds a 2-point conversion to narrow the deficit to 10-8. Now the pressure is on the Middies. Navy, pushed back to its own goal line later in the quarter, punts out of trouble. Duke's safety man, Don Altman, makes the catch and returns the ball 9 yards to the Navy 30. Halfback Jack Wilson takes the pitch out and cuts into the line for a healthy gain as Duke moves inside the Navy 10. Dean Wright rips through the middle of the Middies and goes over with his 6-point payload. Wright also carries for the 2-point conversion as Duke takes command 16-10. Once again, the slow-motion camera affords a breathtaking X-ray of Duke's passing pattern. Don Altman tosses to T. Moorman, and the glue-fingered end shows us why he's the country's second leading pass catcher. This play nets 13 big yards. On a fourth down situation, Bill Reynolds splits the uprights with a 35-yard field goal, longest in Duke history. The fired-up Duke Blue Devils drop Navy from the ranks of the unbeaten by scuddling the Middies 19-10. Duke en route to the Atlantic Coast Conference crown now shapes up as a strong favorite for a postseason bowl invitation along with Navy.